locker day, and we're doing this in the nice little retail space we have here at Power Mods because it's really hot in the shop. So we're going to install this TORQ locker. I've had my Can-Am XMR 1000 Outlander for, I don't know, a couple months now, and I'm loving the bike. I really wanted to try it with the Visco lock to see what I thought of it. Old school Visco lock, not so good. This one's a little better, but if you've ever driven a vehicle or ridden a bike with a TORQ locker, you get kind of spoiled and you want to keep doing it. I used to run these in my Land Cruisers, different names for them, but this is TORQ locker. Very easy install. We're going to install it in this. We're going to have to disable the Visco lock in it. They say you don't have to, but they recommend it if you're hardcore wheeling. The reason I like this is because it actually locks up when you need it. When it senses power in the drivetrain, it locks up the wheel. When you're in two-wheel drive, it doesn't engage, so you don't have any binding in your front end. It does have a ratcheting kind of, well, it's a bit of a ratcheting locker, if you will. So when you're turning, it'll just sort of ratchet up over top of itself. We'll just do that. You'll hear a little bit of a clicking sometimes. I've had these in Land Cruisers and they were a beastly thing. Just changed the vehicle's characteristics as far as in the mud for locking up. And even though you think that this might be doing a great job, and it kind of does, when you get into some pretty groovy spots, you need that extra little added bonus of the locker. It just gets all wheels going when you need them. A lot of times with something like this or an open diff, you guys will know if one tire comes out and loses traction, it'll be the one that spins, and the one that sits in the goo doesn't do anything. So you're trying to pull that side of the bike down to get your traction so you can get moving. This here, all four wheels are going. This is the TORQ locker in a nutshell. It is just this one little tiny mechanism, a couple little springs go in between them, and it just slips right into your diff. It's a very easy install. Some people call it the 1 hour locker, or that's what we used to call it, or a very similar type of locker. This will be installed in just a few minutes. Very hard, very tough material. I've never really heard of a failure on one of these, and I've been using these since, oh geez, since the 90s. 91, I installed my first locker, very same as this. Comes with the springs you need, and also these two little shims. If we run into a shimming issue, we can use those shims to shim it up. Taking this out of the bike, very easy, very straightforward. Just pop your axles out, and you know, we'll probably go over that at another time, but that's actually a whole other video. But we're gonna get into this bad boy right here. Now, we're gonna start by removing these Torx bolts. They are sealed in here with a Loctite, so we're just gonna heat them up and blast them out. Sometimes you just heat the bolt up. Of course, the installation video is also available on TORQ Locker's website, on YouTube actually. What? That's coming up pretty easy. I wonder. Don't even need the heat on these boys. I don't really see any Loctite on those. Usually you see the yellow type. We will install it when we put it back together. In a little box. Pull that out. Make sure you keep your work area nice and tidy. There it is. I always like to take a good look before I get into anything. Make sure there are no problems. Now, these take a lot of abuse, man, so it's a good idea to take a good look at them when you can. Make sure you're not running into any issues, because now's the time to address them. Keep your finger over it so you don't lose it. Should be wearing safety goggles. And remember, I'm not a mechanic. If you guys like my videos, make sure you hit the big old subscribe button. Hit the little bell on the side of the video here, just to make sure that you're subscribed. Or sometimes, even if you're subscribed, you're not getting the notifications that my videos are coming out. So just hit that little bell and you will get them. Looks good. Let it roll. Those little things come out. Oh, that little top one falls out. Bam. Sometimes there's a thrust washer in there. See that right there? Just gonna put that there so we don't forget it. Oh, there's a little round one there, another one there. A little bit of grease on the teeth here. Very, very, very thin coating is what they said. Actually, you know what? I can do this here. Very back of the gear. That's where your axles actually slip right into here. That spline shaft area. One of those. A little tiny bit, a little bit around there. Put a little bit on this one. Bam. That's going to go there. Right there. All right. So you don't use the thrust washers with this. You slip in there. This one goes up top. You're going to slide this in. Actually, go like this and spin around so you can get those springs in there. And this one. You see what my meaning is here, right? And that's where our springs go. There's one on either side. Then our shaft goes through here to keep everything from moving. That's pretty easy. Of course, watch your eyes. In there. Just wear a pair of safety goggles. Mine are at the camp. We need to check the gap in between these two halves here. They say just to take a screwdriver, spread them apart, because sometimes they have a tendency to get a little bit of grease in there, and I zeroed my calipers. .147. 0.152. So that is acceptable center gap should be between 0.15 and 0.185. We've got 0.151. So we're golden. Just at the very bottom of the spec. All right. Then we take our little center shaft here. Push that right through. Finger over top of that circlip so it doesn't go flying. And really make sure it's on. Hear that clip? That click, click. That's where it's supposed to be. I'm gonna lube that up. Didn't say to, but I'm gonna. So we're leaving the thrust washer on here that we had before. The backside didn't actually have it. Oil on that. There we go. We've cleaned out those holes. We're going to put some Loctite on these babies. I'm going to bolt this back together. And then we're going to go and we're going to perform the wheel spin test just to make sure everything is locked up the way it's supposed to work. I want to thank you guys for watching as usual. Make sure you come back. You can buy this right from us, as I said in the past. We'd love to sell it to you, because we like working with all the people that watch our videos. This is going to be a monster in the mud now, boys. I can't wait. I've been waiting for this day. I've had this locker for 2 months. It's going to be a ripper. I got just the place for it. Stay tuned for that.